Welcome back to Tower TV. This is East's very own TV show where we're going to talk about things going on at East every first Monday of the month. I'm Liam Duffy.
And I'm Max Letcher. And for our first segment, we've got Rachel and Bailey with new freshman advice.
Dealing with a new building, new teachers, and new classmates can be rough. So we asked some members of our senior class to share their best advice on how to deal with freshman year.
The T about freshman year is just be nice to everyone.
My freshman advice is to make new friends.
Stay in your lane.
Make sure when you're in your class, make sure that you focus.
Take the high road.
But also find time to just relax and drink lots of tea, eat a lot of popcorn.
My advice to the freshmen is to get involved in extracurricular activities like any sport or BSU.
Stay hydrated.
Hydrate or dehydrate.
Just be yourself.
Make sure that you're getting enough sleep.
You're going to be with these people for the next 4 years, so you might as well just be you.
Bring layers because the classrooms are all different in temperature.
My advice for freshmen is to go to class and to do your work and pay attention, and you will be much more successful.
Walk on the right side of the hallway.
Make sure you're on the right side the whole time.
Walk on the right side of the hall and don't stop in the middle of the hall. Just go to your classes, get it done.
My advice for freshmen is don't slack off like junior year or sophomore year because those are the years that really do matter.
Don't be lame.
Yeah, just like
games.
Going to class on time is really important.
If you don't participate, you just kind of look lame and you don't want to be lame. So
If you wear anything other than flip-flops, you're not cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the helpful advice, guys. Signing off for Tower TV, this is Bailey and Rachel.
And have school spirit.
Wow, that was a lot of great advice.
You should probably listen to them. Max, I had to park in Wanakee this morning and walk to school. Where'd you park?
I had to park in Stoughton today.
Of course, I don't know where I should park. Here's Izzy and Carly with the scoop.
Are you a student driver at East? If so, parking can sometimes be an issue.
Without a student lot, parking can be difficult for some people.
What a bad parker! To avoid being a bad parker here at East, we got a few tips for you.
Park as close to the curb as possible. The streets in this area are narrow, and this can help avoid collisions.
Try and be within a foot of the car parked ahead of you. We want to try and fit as many cars as possible, but leave room for exiting the spot.
Park at least 4 feet from the driveway ahead of you. While this may seem far away, there are neighbors around East who watch for this violation.
That's all for now. Remember to fasten your seatbelts and always drive responsibly.
Wow, Max, those are some good tips. I know where I'm parking tomorrow. The bike rack.
Next up, we've got Rachel and Bailey with the scoop on the best book of the year. That's right, the yearbook.
The 2018-19 yearbook staff is already hard at work on this year's yearbook. Here are the editors to talk about the upcoming deadlines for the senior class.
Deadlines for senior quotes, photos, and tributes are approaching fast, so mark it down on your calendars.
Email your senior photo to alvanburen@madison.k12.wi.us or turn in a wallet-sized photo to room 1057E, or you can turn in a digital copy on a CD.
Photos must be vertical orientation, no props, and keep it appropriate.
Contact Ms. Van Buren at the same email for any questions you have about rules, regulations, requirements for submission. At lunch on September 27th, there will be a professional photographer at East to take free photos for students on free and reduced lunch, so contact the same email for more information about that.
Senior quotes are due November 16th. Email Ms. Van Buren if you have questions and to submit your quote.
If a parent or guardian would like to purchase a senior tribute for you or a group of seniors, they can contact, again, Ms. Van Buren at her email to get an order form or to learn more about what it is and how to get one.
Anyone wishing to purchase a senior tribute should submit it by November 2nd.
Make sure to write down all these dates in your phones and planners so you don't miss your chance to be in yearbook.
Thanks, Bailey and Rachel. That was a lot of good information on yearbook. I know I'm going to start working on my senior quote.
Now for our next story, we've got our best reporters on the job.
Now over to Liam and Max with the scoop on some new teachers.
Each new school year brings with it a whole group of new people into the building. We caught up with a few of the new teachers to see what they had to say about why they're at East and where they come from.
Buenos dias, me llamo Señor Hesse. My name is Mr. Hesse. I'm the new Spanish teacher here at East. I'm also an East High School alum. I graduated from East in 2012. I went to the University of Wisconsin-Madison, where I graduated in 2017 with a teaching degree in Spanish. Last year I taught at Madison West High School, and now I'm transferring here to teach AP Spanish and Level 2 Spanish here at East High School. I'm really excited to be here and teach Spanish. I love learning and teaching world languages.
Hi, my name is Miss Hoyer and I went to Edgewood College. I student taught here at East with Mr. Arnold, and now I'm back full-time teaching algebra and geometry. I'm at East because of the inclusive community at East. I love the diversity that we have and that we celebrate here at East.
Hello, I am Miss Bindle and I am teaching AP Lang. I am happy to be at East and teaching here to explore the cultural differences and teach students about life and wonderful world of literature and English. I come to East from Clinton High School in Wisconsin, and I'm really excited to be here.
Wow, that was some excellent reporting.
I was almost washed away. Speaking of washed away, did you hear about the flooding on the east side?
Rachel and crew have the scoop.
Yeah, they do.
In recent weeks, Madison has experienced flooding in various areas around town. Along with roads being closed, many members of our East community have been personally affected. Several students and their families have taken measures to protect their homes.
I helped with people who needed to sandbag by basically filling up sandbags and making sure people would have them if they needed them. And I also, and sort of the purpose of doing the sandbagging is to make sure, if you put sandbags down, it helps prevent water from getting in your house or into places it's not supposed to go.
So our APES field trip was canceled because of the floods as well, because the water levels are too high to put a pontoon out on the water.
Thankfully, there is a large group of certified lifeguards at East who have been willing to do their civic duty and keep their community safe. We have compiled a short film of them demonstrating their heroism.
Oh no, I'm drowning!
Don't worry, I've got you.
Save that child.
Thanks, lifeguard. Now that we're up to date with all things over on the east side, here's some news about what's going on in East.
Eric has some announcements for you.
Are you interested in business or advertising? How about the opportunity to go to the Dells, Detroit, Lake Geneva, or Orlando? If any of this interests you, come to room 1055 on Thursdays at lunch to learn more about DECA. Through leadership conferences and competitions, you get a chance to network and use classroom knowledge outside of school, and it looks great on a transcript or resume. See Mr. Crutchin in room 1055 if you can't make the meeting. Book Club will begin meeting in the LMC Gold on Thursday, September 27th during lunch. Come one, come all. Haven't joined GSA yet? Didn't know East had a GSA or Genders and Sexuality Alliance? Come to room 2051 on Monday at lunch. Interested in participating online in anonymous discussions? Check around the school for posters with a QR code to take you to the Padlet Forum. East High Math Club meets on Fridays at lunch in room 3012. You may show up or see Miss Paschke in room 3012. Mr. Galerowicz in room 3011, or your math teacher for any questions. Women of STEM Club meets on Wednesdays at lunch in room 3016. There are currently fun things happening in STEM, such as tutoring opportunities, project building, and more while learning about the women of STEM. See Mr. Arnold in room 3003 or Miss D. Young in room 3016 for more information. Engineering Club meets on Thursdays at lunch in room 3023. In this club, one can receive career and scholarship information, college and industry visits, hands-on projects, competitions, and K-8 science visits and demos. See Ms. Chin for more information if you're interested in joining. Girls Math Night Out is an opportunity to learn with math at your level and is open to any female or gender minority student. The organizational meeting will be held on Tuesday, September 18th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. at Van Vleck Hall, or 480 Lincoln Drive on the UW campus in the 9th floor lounge. And of course, snacks will be served. Were Madison and Monona sufficiently prepared this summer for the flooding? Was the East Town curfew a good idea? Is the NFL going to disappear? And are these really math questions? East's math modeling team believes our world creates the problems and you invent the math to solve them. The first meeting will be held on Monday, September 24th in room 3023 at lunch, and then again at 2:30 p.m. If you can't make it to either, see Ms. Chin. Are you looking for a fun once-a-week leadership experience to boost your resume? Do you have ideas to engage students and families in science? Do you want to connect with scientists from UW about their research? High school students are being sought to work with UW partners to plan community science events at the Teen Science Cafe. For more information, contact Mr. Buckner or see Ms. Chin. To kick off the school year, there's an Upward Bound Classic meeting for Miss Clausen's and Miss Van Vervang's students immediately after school today, September 17th, from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. in the Career Center. Upward Bound is a college prep program that will help you with study skills, financial literacy, ACT prep, college applications, and more. Upward Bound Classic and Upward Bound Math and Science are actively recruiting freshman students until the end of October. Stop by room 2026 for Classic or 2056 for Math and Science to learn more and pick up an application. Remember, spaces are limited, so if you're interested, you'll need to act fast. Are you interested in traveling to Kenya this summer? If so, there is an information meeting this Wednesday during lunch in room 3040. You can also pick up an application from Mr. Hughes in room 3040 or Miss Longworth in room 2030B or in the main office. Applications are due Friday, September 28th. East High is hosting our first ever College Goal Wisconsin night on October 17th from 6 to 8 p.m. This is a night when students and families can come to East and get assistance completing their FAFSA applications. We will have financial aid experts on hand. If students can't make it to the night, they can attend a night at another school. Students who attend will also be entered to win one of 15 $1,000 scholarships provided by College Goal Wisconsin. Visit Student Services for more information. Students that are interested in being a poll worker at the November 6 election should pick up an application from Mr. Adams in room 2013. You must be 16 years old and a U.S. citizen to apply. There are 2 informational meetings for the Global Education Achievement Certificate in room 1054 at lunch. Meeting 1 is at 12:15 for new and interested students, and meeting 2 is at 12:30 for current students. Seniors, remind your parents about Senior Parent Night next week, Wednesday, September 26th from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. in the East High School Theater, organized by Student Services. Need some new East gear? The school store, or as we like to call it, the Tower Store, will have new long-sleeve t-shirts, quarter-size zip-up sweatshirts, and sweatpants that will be sold during homecoming week. She, He is an exhibit featuring artwork by 3 Madison artists, Rachel Herbsman, Alex Clark, and Eugene White, which will be on display in the Ray Edwards Gallery through October 25th. Please join the artists and the East Art Department for an opening celebration on Friday, October 5th from 7 to 9 p.m. This is also the East Side Gallery Walk Night and Gallery Night throughout the city, so we hope you will stop by to enjoy some beautiful art, food, and conversation. Please help us to protect our artworks and ensure a safe and enjoyable experience by respecting the following Ray Edwards Gallery guidelines and policies. 1. No eating or drinking in the gallery, please. 2. Please do not touch the artworks on display. The salts and oils naturally produced on your hands are damaging to artworks, even sculpture and furniture. 3. Limit use of talking on mobile phones in the gallery out of consideration for your fellow visitors. Please turn off the sound on your devices in the gallery. 4. Photography of the artwork is permitted. All imaging documentation must be for personal, non-distributional, and non-commercial use only. 5. Watch your large backpacks/bags. We don't want artwork accidentally knocked off walls or pedestals. 6. Please report any suspicious activity in the gallery to an administrator, security guard, or art teacher. 7. Ray Edwards Gallery is open during school hours 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., but is subject to change. Save the date! October 19th is Picture Retake Day. Students, you'll need to have your photo proofs to return in order to get retakes. More forms are available in Student Services. The week of October 1 through 6 is Homecoming Week. The parade and the football game are on the 5th, and a dance will be on the 6th.
Thanks, Eric, for the announcements.
And now, over to Miller with the scoop on some new coaches.
School is starting back up. Fall sports are also starting up again, along with many new faces coaching the teams. Kyle Koenig took over as the head coach for the boys soccer team after working for several years as the assistant to former head coach David Harris. He spoke about wanting to coach at East because of the pride the athletes have in their team and in their school.
I think I wanted to come coach at East because I was able to hear about some of the soccer teams that have played at East before, and just the pride that a lot of the student athletes have at East, and it seemed like an exciting opportunity for me.
Mr. Attaway decided to come back and coach for East after spending several years coaching at Monona Grove. He is the special teams coordinator for East and hopes to improve special teams for the program. He spoke about wanting to bring the winning attitude from Monona Grove back to East.
What made me want to come back coach at East is it was a hard decision leaving the program I was at, but I thought long and hard about it, and I thought East would be the place where I'd be most effective. I'd make the biggest difference. The program I was at is very strong, competes, wins conference championships every year, and competes to get to the state championship game. And I would love to be able to try to bring that type of attitude back to East.
We also asked players from both teams what they thought of their new coaches.
Kyle has really helped improve our chemistry and has brought us closer together as a team, which we really struggled with last year and was ultimately our downfall. But this year we've made big improvements to that and are looking forward to a great year.
I feel like Mr. Attaway adds passion to the team, you know? He's a good energy to be there.
Signing off for Tower TV, this is Miller Kimball.
Thanks, Mill.
Speaking of sports, here's Coach Thornton with a new way to show your East Side pride.
You may have noticed there are new boards in the stairways around East. These grade level boards are something Coach Thornton implemented.
So this is a good opportunity for all students to get involved. These boards, what I had in mind was each grade level will have a board, and on those boards you get an opportunity to take photos of yourself, friends, things that you're doing around the school. It could be at sporting events, and it gets a chance for your grade level to show what you do on a typical day.
He is accepting a variety of pictures.
So that's the fun part. We're looking for any type of picture, but specifically ones that show school pride or give you an opportunity to just show what you do during the day.
Anything from a sports team to one of East's extracurricular clubs.
Or I might be in the chess club or an after-school program where we have different t-shirts, or we're just having fun or doing something within the school, and we get a chance to take a picture together, and depending on our grade level, we'll be posted up.
If you're interested in getting involved, there is an email address on the bottom of the boards where you can send in pictures, or you can contact Coach Thornton directly at his email. Signing off for Tower TV, this is Alex.
Thanks, Coach Thornton.
Have you ever wondered how to get service hours and what to do once you have them? If you have, this is for you. Service hours are important for graduation, getting into college, and life in general. Here's Lane and Bridget with the scoop.
To answer our questions about service hours, we talked to Ms. Galerowitz in the main office.
She started by explaining how to log them.
So you go to For Students on the East High School website, and under service hours, there's a Google form where you import all of your hours worked. So every time you serve anybody in terms of a service, community service activity, or with a group that you are a part of, you go in and you log those hours. And you can do this as many times as you want, and you should also do this if you're doing service as part of an independent study contract.
There are many clubs and groups at East that provide opportunities for service hours like Student Congress, Interact, Latino Student Union, and Tower Store.
If you are interested in participating in the Service E recognition part of service, then make sure that you're documenting your hours.
Signing off for Tower TV, this is Bridget and Lane.
Thanks for all that great info. Make sure to pick up your Service E award this year.
Now we've got some closing words from our principal, Mike Hernandez.
What time did the man go to the dentist? 2:30.
That's a wrap for today's episode.
Signing off for Tower TV, this has been Liam Duffy
and Max Letcher.